4 teens, one a former Yakima high schooler, are still on the run after escaping a juvenile detention facility. And a Kennewick teen is in police custody after an attempted kidnapping of his ex-girlfriend.
And a little less hot today, but a nice Tuesday is on the way with a cool down looming tomorrow. I'll get you prepared.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald in for Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. And Riley, we had to work yesterday, but a lot of folks watching, well, they had yesterday off.
Exactly.
So we'd like to welcome them to the work week. And it's going to be another nice day. Yeah, yesterday was almost a perfect Memorial Day.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful.
It was so beautiful outside.
It got pretty hot in the afternoon, so let's take a look outside. We're going to see a little bit of relief from that heat, Riley, but we're going to see the heat come back in force as we get to our weekend. But another beautiful morning this morning. Clear on the Skywatch radar, and that's going to continue for today. We're looking to be staying dry at least for the next couple of days. So a little bit more cloud coverage, though. We are looking a little bit cooler, about 5 degrees cooler than we saw yesterday. So return to the lower 80s for Yakima, Tri-Cities area at 85. We were right near that 90-degree point yesterday, and 82 for Walla Walla. More sunshine for the Blue Mountain region, but expect a little bit of cloud coverage today. So what can we expect? This is going to be impacting you today. Staying mostly sunny, cooling down, but much warmer by the time we get to the weekend. The heat will really be on, and that will be continuing into our next work week. So I have a lot to talk to you about in my forecast. Going to get you ready for the rest of your work week in my full forecast, but for right now, I'm going to send it back to Riley.
Thank you so much, Jason. Washington authorities are searching for 4 teens who escaped from a detention center over the weekend. One of those teens is serving time for shooting and killing his cousin at a Yakima high school last year. 16-year-old Jesse J.L. Krikorian Jr. was one of the teens accused of assaulting a staff member Sunday morning at the Echo Glen Children's Center in Snoqualmie. In total, 7 then escaped the facility after allegedly stealing the staff member's car. 3 of the teens have been found. 4, including Krikorian, are still on the run. Authorities said the staffer's vehicle was found abandoned last night in Vancouver. Krikorian is serving time for murdering his cousin during a fight in the parking lot of the Zepfel Stadium in Yakima in 2022. If you see any of these teens, call 911 immediately. And a Kennewick teen has been arrested after allegedly shooting at his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend, then kidnapping her from the home. Officers were called to the 6,000 block of Paul Parrish Drive just after 8 o'clock Sunday night. A 23-year-old man said his 18-year-old girlfriend had been kidnapped by her 16-year-old ex-boyfriend, and the ex had shot at him. Officers found the 16-year-old's vehicle and they began chasing the teen. The teen got to Jadwin Avenue, then ditched the car and began running. Police caught up to him after a short time and arrested him. Multiple families in Kennewick have been displaced after their fourplex caught on fire Sunday afternoon. Cap KVUE spoke with the victims about how a standoff ended with a fire and then an arrest. One tenant who lost everything in this fire, including 3 pets, said she let the suspect, Kayla Guzman, inside as a friend just to get a bite to eat, when all of a sudden they got a knock on the door from the Kennewick Police Department. Patty Reyes says she didn't realize the woman she knew as Angel was wanted for a hit and run involving Kennewick police.
If I would have known that she had all that baggage with her clinging onto her and law enforcement, I would have never put not only myself, but my children on top of all the rest of the tenants that were living in that fourplex. I would have never put their children in danger. I would have never done that.
Reyes said she let police into her apartment, but then she says Kayla Guzman barricaded herself inside a bedroom. Hours into the standoff, Reyes says Guzman started a fire using a lighter, which quickly spread across the fourplex. Police say Guzman was able to access another apartment, but was arrested shortly later on. She's in Benton County Jail facing multiple felony charges. Weeks after a failed proposal in the Oregon State Legislature that would have given extra protections to people living in homeless camps, Oregon's largest city is looking at a proposal to put a lot of new restrictions on camps, including banning them along city sidewalks. A group of people with disabilities sued Portland in federal court last fall, saying the city was violating the Americans with Disabilities Act by letting homeless camps block sideways to the point that people using wheelchairs or walkers couldn't get around. Now the mayor's office says the city has come up with a possible solution that city council will consider later on this week.
Regarding time, prohibit all camping between the hours of 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Regarding place, a complete ban on camping in specific places, including parks, docks, and sidewalk areas intended for pedestrians, as well as areas near construction sites, schools, daycare facilities, existing shelters, high crash corridors, and environmental overlay zones.
The proposal would also ban people from building permanent structures like this one that made headlines in Seattle, or letting trash build up around a camp. It would ban camps that block businesses or private property and ban the use of gas heaters in a camp. Members of the Sunnyside American Legion Post 73 say taking care of veterans' spiritual well-being is just as important as providing services to help with their physical health, and they need your help to do it. The Legion and the local VFW volunteer-based organizations rely on donations to be able to build memorials, provide an honor guard at military funerals, and hold events on Memorial Day and Veterans Day. They say those things are especially important for veterans struggling with depression or PTSD who feel like their sacrifices aren't remembered or appreciated.
Veterans at the deepest level want to know that what they did for their country meant something to somebody else.
They say you can show your support this Memorial Day by contacting your local American Legion or VFW chapter and making a donation. They say every little bit helps. We will return in just a moment, but first, Jason Valentine joins us with a quick look at the weather.
Folks, we have another beautiful day on the way. We are a little less hot today than your Memorial Day, as a lot of folks returning to work today. I'll get you ready for your Tuesday and set you up for that hot weekend ahead coming right up.
And health experts are monitoring a little-known respiratory virus after a recent spike in numbers raises alarms. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Next live, Josh Groban and jury duty's Ronald Gladden. Plus,
and the winner is Colin Stout.
Live's Idol Encore winner Colin Stout performs
today at 9 on Cap KVU.
It's the Ford Big Deal Memorial Day sales event. Choose from big deals and great rates on new trucks and SUVs now through May 31st. Get 0% APR and $1,000 on a qualifying trade for a 2023 Edge, Escape, or Explorer. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Whether you're looking for your next houseplant, getting those spring flowers in the ground, or planting your dream garden landscape, Queensgate Gardens is the place to go. Queensgate Gardens in Richland. Let's grow together.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you, which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking was proud to take part in the Great American Flag Swap. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, superior service, and community support is a reflection of our love for this great nation. Rick's Fencing and Decking thanks you for joining us in honoring our veterans and all who serve.
Try Tide Power Pods with 85% more Tide in every pod.
Who needs that much more Tide?
Everyone's gonna need more Tide.
It's a mess out there. That's why there's 85% more Tide in every Power Pod.
See? For muscle cramps and spasms, TheraWorks absorbs quickly for relief. So get back at it.
TheraWorks works.
For fast muscle relief, TheraWorks works. Try TheraWorks and get back at it.
It's the Ford Big Deal Memorial Day sales event. Choose from big deals and great rates on new trucks and SUVs now through May 31st. Get 0% APR and $1,000 on a qualifying trade for a 2023 Edge, Escape, or Explorer. Only at your local Ford dealer.
What do you do when your employee gets hurt on the job? Here's a story about Jay. He got hurt at work and couldn't perform his normal duties. That's rough, but there's good news. You see, Jay works for TISA, and TISA wants to do right by her employee. She knows all all about L&I's Stay at Work program, so TISA gets to keep a valuable employee like Jay on the payroll doing a light-duty job while he heals. And TISA gets reimbursed half of Jay's wages up to $10,000. Now, that's what we call a win-win. Learn more at lni.wa.gov/stay at work.
Our blood, sweat, and tears are in this soil. We are going to be with you.
No one has a greater claim to this flag than we do, because we have fought for it the hardest.
The 1619 Project, an ABC special event.
Live with Kelly and Mark today at 9 on Cap KView.
Welcome back. It's 5:10 on this Tuesday morning. Well, doctors are keeping a closer eye on a little-known respiratory virus. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention report cases of human metapneumovirus, known as HMPV, spiked 36% higher than average this spring. Medical professionals say HMPV is tricky to diagnose since it has the same symptoms as other respiratory viruses like influenza and COVID-19. Those symptoms include coughing, runny nose, sore throat, and fever. But CDC researchers say HMPV is causing a higher percentage of positives, particularly for young children and seniors. Unlike COVID-19 and the flu, there's no vaccine for HMPV or antiviral drugs to treat it. Instead, doctors care for seriously ill people by tending to their symptoms. There's growing evidence that building muscle strength is good for your heart. It could even lead to better outcomes for people who have had heart attacks. Researchers in Japan studied quad muscles, the front of the upper thighs, in more than 900 older patients who were hospitalized because of heart attack. They found the risk of another heart attack was more than double for those who had weak quads than patients who had strong quad muscles. The findings have yet to be published, but were presented at the European Society of Cardiology's meeting this month. In a similar study back in 2016, the same researchers found that muscle mass in your upper arms could be associated with rates of surviving heart disease. So, in other words, don't forget your leg day when you're exercising. All right, coming up, with summer on the horizon, your family trip to the pool may be impacted by a national shortage of lifeguards. And folks, I'll return with your first alert weather forecast. Going to get you ready for your Tuesday. We have a cool down on the way and a warm up on the way. Can't wait to tell you about it. That is next on Good Morning Northwest.
This is the new Smokin' Triple Stack at Firehouse Subs with honey ham, smoked turkey, and brisket smoked low and slow for up to 16 hours. It's one of our meatiest subs ever. Try the new Smokin' Triple Stack only at Firehouse Subs.
For all the times we've been inspired to be just like Dad. Right now, save $30 on the FS56 RCE trimmer. Real STIHL. Find yours.
And now please welcome Anna Montoya.
Hello there, fellow students.
From Cap KView, Apple Valley Eats.
Well, I think what you'll find at Coyote Canyon, we have, not only some of the best and most consistent wines, and it's our goal to have just a really good time, and our staff wants to show all our customers a good time. So we also have a lot of different events, and so if you come in, our staff will definitely show you a good time while you taste some of the best wines, not only in Washington, but probably in the world.
So yeah, we're pretty unique in the fact that we grow over 26 varietals at our vineyard, and we make about 20 of them here at the winery. We love food and wine. With all the different wines that we have basically a pairing for kind of anything that you're going for. For me, probably my favorite pairing would be our Bozak Red Blend. Give me a nice cut of steak with that, grilled potatoes, grilled asparagus, and I'm good to go.
My wife has been, as you can see on all the walls, continues to paint a lot of pictures, and a few years ago we started doing an artist series. It's a beautiful picture that my wife painted of those horses on that slope of the Horse Heaven Hills.
A new roof looks great. A new roof with new gutters looks amazing. With Arrow Roofing, amazing is now more affordable than ever. Get 25% off gutters with their new re-roof. Did we mention our 50-year roof warranty at no extra cost? Don't miss this limited time offer. Give Arrow Roofing a call today.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. Now, Cap KVU First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful, weekend if you had yesterday off, or had a wonderful Monday. Beautiful conditions yet again as we're slowly starting to see the sun rise, and we have more beautiful conditions today. Maybe a hint of cloud coverage, a little more than yesterday, but still just fantastic conditions. Now, current temperatures already warm in the Tri-Cities, 61. We're all over the 50s for the rest of our areas, and we're going to be seeing warm temperatures today above our average, but still we're going to be a little bit cooler, about 5 degrees cooler today, and then we're just going to be scratching the surface of our averages. Again, this is for the Tri-Cities, average is 79, so all of our areas mid to upper 70s. Our average, and then we'll just slowly ascend as we get into our weekend. And it looks like the beginning of our next work week is going to be even warmer. But what a difference a year makes. Today we have our cooler day, but still it is going to be quite warm. But look at the difference. We were mired in the 60s and the 50s just a year ago. If you remember, it didn't take until about late June to early July to warm up. So we were quite wet last spring as well. So if it feels a little bit warmer to you this year, you're definitely right about that. So this is what we're looking at right now, that low pressure system still sitting on top of Spokane, protecting us from any precipitation and really causing very nice conditions. And in our future cast, we are looking lovely, clear skies for your morning hours. As we move along, a hint of cloud coverage will be coming through, a little bit of shower activity quite a bit to the southeast of the lovely Blue Mountain region. And as we continue into tomorrow, into the next couple of days, we just have more sunshine on the way and dry conditions. So folks, we are looking at beautiful conditions, and our winds about where we expected, 10 to 15 mile per hour. And we're going to see that continue for the next couple of days. And some of our outlying areas, even Yakima, could see up to 20 mile per hour winds tonight briefly. But still, we're going to be mired right around that 10 mile per hour mark for the week ahead. So no real variance in our wind, but we will be seeing some breezy conditions at times. So our highs today, we're in the lower 80s for Yakima, Toppenish. Again, about 5 or so degrees off of what we saw yesterday. 73 our cool spot for Ellensburg. In the mid-Columbia, mid to lower 80s today. And in the Blue Mountain region, we're right around that lower 80s as well. So folks, a cooler day today, and we're even cooler into tomorrow. And then we have that big warm up coming this weekend. But look at this, all of this sunshine is on the way. So at least with the temperature variance, we can count on more sunshine than not. So for the Yakima region, we're in the upper 70s Wednesday and Thursday. We start to warm back up Friday. Then we're going to be well above our average by more than 10 degrees for Sunday and into our next work week. Looks like next week could be very, very hot. In the Tri-Cities area, down to the 80-degree mark Wednesday and Thursday. Then that ascension 90 by Saturday and mid-90s Sunday and Monday. And of course, we'll keep an eye on if we get close to those triple digits next week as we enter June this week. My goodness, on Thursday. So folks, we have a lot going on as we enter June and a very hot first weekend of June. Today, a little bit cooler, but plenty of sunshine. A very nice Tuesday is ahead.
Thank you, Jason. As we get closer to the official start of summer, beaches and pools across the country are plagued by the same problem, a shortage of lifeguards. It's forced some cities to close their beaches and pools because there isn't enough staff to patrol the waters. Jen Sullivan looks at what these areas are doing to ease the shortage.
As beach and pool goers dive into the summer season, there's a deep issue facing many communities, a lack of lifeguards, and it could put your safety at risk.
This is a real problem. It is important for people to keep in mind their own safety around the water.
The American Lifeguard Association estimates close to half of the nation's public pools are impacted. The shortage is forcing cities to make tough decisions.
There's really only two options. One is to just simply shut down your lifeguarded facility or beach venue, or two, which is to turn it into a swim at your own risk facility.
Swimming at your own risk could have dangerous consequences. The CDC estimates about 4,000 people in the U.S. die from drowning each year, which is why lifeguards undergo extensive training in first aid.
They're part of the EMS system, just like police, fire, and hospital rescue.
Lifeguard first aid and CPR courses, though, can cost more than $400. Those steep fees, coupled with low hourly wages, are some of the reasons for the shortage. The pandemic exacerbated the problem when pools and beaches were closed, forcing lifeguards to find other jobs. Some areas are now offering big incentives to entice workers back to the water. New York offering lifeguards more than $21 an hour. Phoenix, $3,000 in incentive pay, and Austin offering $20 an hour plus bonus payouts.
We got to take it more serious, the fact that we need to train individuals, get them excited at an early age.
I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
As you spend more time outside, don't forget to protect your skin from the sun. Sunscreen is a great tool to do that, but health experts say many people may not apply it in the correct way. According to experts, you have to apply it about 10 to 15 minutes before heading out. You also have to remember to reapply every 2 to 3 hours. And if you're swimming or sweating, you'll need to reapply even more often. Experts say to use water-resistant sunscreen as well as the type that is both UVA and UVB protective. And one major mistake people make is not using enough.
We tend to quantify by 2 ping pong balls worth of a sunscreen and apply it all over. You want to make sure that you apply to all the areas that are exposed, whether it's your face, your ears, hands, feet.
Dr. Susan Masick says sun protection isn't limited to just sunscreen. You can also protect your skin through things like hats, rash guards, and long sleeves, as well as other clothing. Many people are gearing up for outdoor parties and celebrations as well this summer. However, the rising costs of food, beverages, and entertainment, we have 5 ways to save money without sacrificing the fun. 1, make a menu plan and create a budget. Before heading to the grocery store, check what you already have at home, and then make a shopping list and stick to it. 2, shop smart. Buying in bulk is a cost-effective option. Also look for discounts, sales, and coupons to get the best deals on party essentials. 3, ditch expensive party decorations. Get creative and make your own. 4, don't splurge on outdoor furniture. Instead, clean and spray off outdoor spaces and add some fresh plants to give it a fresh look. And finally, entertain on a budget. Instead of hiring DJs, create a playlist of your favorite summer tunes. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, a heartwarming story of a dog and her owner reuniting years after she escaped from the backyard.
I remember when you get a whole meal for $5.
Yeah, it was last Tuesday.
Oh.
And every Tuesday at A&W, where single Papa Burger combos complete with fries and a root beer cost just $5. The good old days are here again. A complete meal for just $5. Tuesdays only at A&W.
It's the Ford Big Deal Memorial Day sales event. Choose from big deals and great rates on new trucks and SUVs now through May 31st. Get 0% APR and $1,000 on a qualifying trade for a 2023 Edge, Escape, or Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's the Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's the Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's the Educated Cigar in Richland.
Now is the time for a new bath from Bathfitter. Every Bathfitter bath is installed quickly, safely, and beautifully with a lifetime warranty. Go from old to new, from worn to wow. The beautiful bath you've always wanted, Done right, installed by one expert technician, all in one day. We've been creating moments like these for 35 years, and we're here to help you get started. Book your free virtual or in-home design consultation today.
Craving Rock My World bold flavors only Taco Time can deliver? Congratulations! Crushing your craving just got easier. Taco Time, online and on demand. Dream delivered. You're welcome. When you know what you want, anytime is Taco Time.
At the Blue Mountain Station in Dayton, Washington, we invest in community. Our partners include Sweet Cheeks Bake Shop, Cedar Rain Spirits, Onyx Farms, Ray's Roast, Red Band Cellars, Barden Bead Meadery, and the Co-op and Commercial Kitchen. We invite you to explore Dayton today.
We're reinventing our network
for total confidence and complete control.
Fast, reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. With the money you saved, we tried electric unicycles.
I think I got it.
Okay. Doggy paddle. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. It's the Ford Big Deal Memorial Day sales event. Choose from big deals and great rates on new trucks and SUVs now through May 31st. Get 0% APR and $1,000 on a qualifying trade for a 2023 Edge, Escape, or Explorer. Only at your local Ford dealer.
KFC's Wednesday Country Fried Steak Meal is a delicious value, complete with mashed potatoes with gravy, coleslaw, and a biscuit, all for the incredible price of just $5.99. Really, what's left to say? How about see you again next Wednesday? Country Fried Steak Meal just $5.99, only at KFC.
Check out the Grand Coulee Dam by Air tonight on Camp KVUE Local News at 6.
Well, Jason, I love these kinds of stories.
Me too.
A reunion involving man's best friend was one that was years in the making.
Ooh.
Let's meet Bella. She disappeared from her family's home in Lansing, Michigan 3 years ago after she jumped the backyard fence.
Bella's owner, Justin Shattuck, thought he would never see her again after the months. Well, they turned into years, but she had somehow found her way to Jackson, which is located about 40 miles south of Lansing.
That's quite a distance away. She was living with a family there when she had somehow got loose again. And when she was found by animal control, she was scanned for a microchip. And that is when Shattuck was notified that his beloved pooch was found.
I honestly thought that they had the wrong dog or number because he was from Jackson and I'm from Lansing. I didn't think that Bella, my dog Bella, would be down in Jackson. I thought that they just had a dog that might have looked like her, but he said they ran the chip and it was her. And I honestly couldn't believe it. I was overcome with emotion because I haven't seen her in 3 years.
Well, 3 years is a bit of a long time. We've had him a few months here and there, but to go 3 years out and to get the dog back to his family is pretty unique and amazing.
Shattuck says that by looking at her weight, he can tell the family in Jackson had taken really good care of her. According to Jackson County Animal Control, a microchip is the best way to find your pet in case they are ever lost.
Most definitely. Microchip's very important.
I just always wonder these journeys that these pets take 40 miles away. How did that happen? We've heard hundreds of miles away for some pets who get found.
Exactly.
Now, you're a pet lover.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do if you were reunited with your pets after 3 years?
Oh my goodness. I would hope they would remember me. That's one thing. You know, I would want to know what that journey was like.
Sure.
And to live with another family for who knows how long.
Yeah, who was feeding him well.
Feeding him well.
All right, well, we're glad Bella's home. Let's take a quick look outside. Folks, I have good news for you. It's a little bit cooler today. All of your forecasts for your Tuesday coming right up.
And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, now that party leaders have come up with a debt limit plan, eyes turn towards Congress as the nation hopes to avert a national default. And another mass shooting breaks out in Florida, leaving 9 wounded, one of the victims just 1 year old.
In today's Tech Bites, WhatsApp is reportedly testing a new screen sharing feature
for video calls. Users can record or show what's on their screen just like you can on Zoom and Microsoft Teams. The feature is currently available only on Android phones. For now, only select users have access. Next, the Google Pixel call screen feature is letting users select their level of protection. Spam calls are declined with the basic level. The medium level rejects spam calls and screens suspicious calls. And the maximum protection level screens all unknown numbers. And if you want to take your blood pressure, there is a low-cost app for that. Engineers in San Diego have developed a clip that works with a smartphone to monitor your pressure from your fingertip. The apparatus may end up costing as little as 10 cents a piece. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Who says you can't get everything you want? Like going for bold without going broke. And staying true to your taste while staying on budget. Who says rising costs means lowering the bar? Settling? No need. Get the brands you want, the prices you want, whenever you want. TJ Maxx, where you can always afford to be you to the max.
For muscle cramps and spasms, TheraWorks absorbs quickly for relief. So get back at it.
TheraWorks works.
For fast muscle relief, TheraWorks works. Try TheraWorks and get back at it.
Your record label is taking off, but so is your sound engineer. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
As the United States attempt to avoid a default on the national debt, Congress is feeling that pressure as the deadline creeps closer. And another mass shooting broke out Memorial Day evening, leaving 9 wounded, ranging from 1 to 65 years old.
A little less hot today, but a very nice Tuesday is on the way. But a bit of a cool down looming tomorrow, and then a big warm up. I'll get you prepared.
From KapKView Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Well, good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald in for Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Tuesday. It's going to feel like Monday for a lot of folks who had yesterday off. Feels like Tuesday to us, though.
It certainly does feel like Tuesday, but if it's the start of your work week, then happy Tuesday as well.
Absolutely. I hope you had a wonderful weekend or a wonderful Monday if you did have to work yesterday. And folks, we do look at another beautiful day today. Yesterday,
fantastic.
Picture perfect, and we have another one ahead, though we're going to be a little cooler. Let's take a look outside at our Columbia Point Skycam, and yes, the sun is coming up and it is beautiful. Yet again, folks, we're going to see a little bit of cloud coverage today, but other than that, we are going to be looking at sparkling conditions, and they're going to continue into the next couple of days as we're looking to be staying dry. So we're about 5 or so degrees off of what we saw yesterday. Again, a little bit more cloud coverage for Yakima. Highs in the lower 80s for the Tri-Cities, right there stuck in the mid 80s, and mid to lower 80s for the Blue Mountain region. Plenty of sunshine, again, a little bit more cloud coverage and just a little cooler today. And we're going to continue to cool down into tomorrow. So staying mostly sunny today. We are cooling down into tomorrow and Thursday, but then much warmer by the time we get to our weekend. So if you've been looking for a break from the heat, you're going to enjoy the next 3 days, but we'll be looking at 90-degree temperatures, possibly mid-90 degree temperatures as we get to especially our next work week. I'll have that in my forecast. It's coming right up, but for right now, we're going to send you back to Riley.
Thank you so much, Jason. The race to avert what the White House calls a catastrophic default is underway in Washington. Congress members are returning from their Memorial Day recess today to begin taking up the debt ceiling deal. The president and House Speaker are pressing their parties to pass the measure quickly, but some lawmakers are pushing back. ABC's Justin Finch has a closer look this morning.
From the White House to Capitol Hill, a joint effort to win bipartisan backing for the debt ceiling compromise brokered by House Speaker Kevin McCarthy and President Joe Biden.
Well, I feel very good about it. I've spoken to a number of the members.
The president sounding confident after calls to Congress members, including Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell. A White House official telling ABC News the administration is working the phones, with senior staff and cabinet officials calling more than 60 House Democrats since Saturday. At the Capitol, Speaker McCarthy working to whip up Republican support.
I think it's good for the American public. You're going to have Republicans and Democrats be able to move this to the president.
But already, at least 10 House Republicans are leaning towards or are planning to vote no, arguing the bill doesn't cut enough federal spending. And progressive Democrat leader Pramila Jayapal worries the cuts are too deep. The 99-page deal would suspend the $31 trillion debt ceiling until January 1st, 2025, and lock in new non-defense spending restraints. The agreement claws back $30 billion in COVID funding, rescinds $20 billion of IRS funding, expands work requirements for some Americans on food assistance, ends the federal student loan payments pause in August, and preserves Social Security, Medicaid, and veterans benefits. The bill does not include tax increases for the wealthiest Americans or big corporations, which Democrats wanted.
A tight timeline now for Congress. The deal is back on track for a House vote Wednesday and then off to the Senate where it could face friction. The deadline, June 5th, where the Treasury Secretary warns the U.S. risks default. Police in Broward County, Florida are investigating a mass shooting that has left 9 people wounded. This happened near a stretch of the Hollywood Boardwalk in Hollywood Monday evening. Investigators say a fight broke out between 2 groups and then gunfire erupted.
People come to a holiday, enjoy a holiday weekend on the beach with their families, and to have people in complete reckless disregard of the safety of the public and to have an altercation with guns in a public setting with thousands of people around them is beyond reckless.
6 adults and 3 children were injured in the shooting, all currently listed in stable condition. The children ranged in age from as young as 1 year old to 17. The adult victims' ages range from 25 to 65. Hollywood police say they have detained 1 person and are searching for a second suspect. Search and rescue efforts have transitioned to recovery operations at the site of an apartment building collapse in Davenport, Iowa, Sunday. First responders have pulled to safety 9 people trapped in the rubble and want to make sure no one else is buried under the debris. The police department is attempting to make contact with all unaccounted for residents, which includes reaching out to their families, the release said. It is unclear how many people officials believe are unaccounted for.
There has been, as far as a large rental unit, there's been normal rental complaints, but there has been some complaints to the structure. We issued notice and orders to have those repaired. The building owner hired their own engineering firm to direct them, and the repairs needed to be made. So once fire releases the scene, we'll begin an extensive investigation to find out what exactly caused it. But we'll be working with getting information from the engineer group that the building owner hired to direct the repairs.
The partial building collapse triggered a natural gas leak and sent water gushing throughout the building. Investigators say they still don't know what caused the building to give way. Because of the crumbling structure still poses a danger, it was set for demolition today, but officials say the timeline is no longer as clear. And Jason Valentine is here with a look at your forecast.
Folks, another beautiful morning, another beautiful day. We do have cooler temperatures to talk about, but then much warmer temperatures to talk about this weekend. I'll get you ready for all of that in my first alert weather forecast coming right up.
And with Game 7 of the NBA Eastern Conference Finals wrapped up last night, the teams for the 2023 NBA Finals are set.
Fred's received a truckload of Electrolux laundry sets just in time for the Memorial Day sale.
Love your favorite clothes longer with Electrolux Care technology. Electrolux washers have the most effective stain reducing on the market.
The Electrolux dryer eliminates temperature spikes, making it that much easier on your laundry.
Let the experts at Fred show you why Electrolux laundry sets are consistently top rated. Remember to ask about rebates.
Don't miss Fred's Memorial Day sale.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, stunning smiles for the whole family.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you. Which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
Homeowners, Washington is moving to renewable power. Consider an investment in green energy. Rooftop solar with Solar Power Northwest, a true one-stop shop. Solar Power Northwest, a better way to solar.
Oh, hey buddy, let's eat naturally. Natural recipes, great taste is guaranteed.
Natural recipes. Beneful. Eat happy. Try new Incredibites. Just for small dogs.
This all-new Aria is an elegant EV.
Yeah, with 389 horsepower. And all-wheel drive.
It's beautiful.
It's a beast.
It's electric.
With an edge.
Oh, let's go with that.
Get a low $429 per month lease or get 2.99% financing for 36 months on the all-new Aria.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away. Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Find countless ways to play and stay in CDA at visitcda.org.
You've evolved. You've changed. So have we. That's why new Dove Body Wash now has 24-hour renewing micro moisture for continuous care. New Dove Body Wash. Change is beautiful.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
Welcome back, everyone. 5:41, excuse me, on this Tuesday morning. NBA fans were expecting another thriller as the Celtics and Heat met in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Instead, Miami took apart Boston, and now the Heat are celebrating and breathing a sigh of relief after avoiding an unprecedented collapse. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has more.
The Miami Heat are headed to the NBA Finals.
What a win on the road!
After an improbable and dominating victory in a do-or-die Game 7, the Heat dismantling the Celtics on the road, winning by 19 points.
We do want to tip our hats to the Boston Celtics and their organization. They are first class, and they made us get better. They made us get better. Last year was extremely painful. We thought about it all season long. And if you don't have an opponent like that to bring you to a different level, sometimes you don't get there.
Things look dicey for Miami after blowing a 3-0 series lead. Boston clawing back to tie the series thanks to a heroic buzzer beater by the Celtics' Derek White in Game 6 to force the all-or-nothing Game 7. No team in the history of the NBA has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit to win the series. The Celtics were hoping to be the first and make history. Instead, they are history.
You know, we weren't as efficient in transition. Just thought we just didn't play well. You know, that just didn't play well.
Now the Heat will face the best in the West, the Denver Nuggets, for the title. Denver cruised to the finals, led by league MVP runner-up Nikola Jokic, sweeping the LA Lakers in their conference finals matchup. Miami, one of the last teams to even make the playoffs as an 8 seed, is looking to do the unthinkable. No 8 seed has ever hoisted the Larry O'Brien Trophy.
We don't play just to win the Eastern Conference. We play to win the whole thing.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
And the NBA Finals are right here on Cap KVU ABC. Well, it would be a brutal night on the mound for rookie Mariners pitcher Bryce Miller. While he's had an amazing start to his major league career, Aaron Judge and the Yankees, well, they teed off against the young right-hander, collecting 11 hits and 8 earned runs. Judge would finish with 2 homers and 3 RBI, but there are a few bright spots for Seattle. Julio Rodriguez continues to improve at the plate, belting his 10th home run of the season, hitting 15 for his last 32. Wouldn't be enough, though, as the Mariners fell to the Yankees 10-4. They play again tonight. Coming up, a 1-year-old is dead after being left in a hot car sitting in the parking lot of a Puyallup hospital. Also, I'll return with your first alert weather forecast. Get you ready for this Tuesday. I know a lot of folks heading back to work today. That's next on Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
It's the Ford Big Deal Memorial Day sales event. Choose from big deals and great rates on new trucks and SUVs now through May 31st. Get 0% APR and $1,000 on a qualifying trade for a 2023 Edge, Escape, or Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Next Extra. Johnny Depp's little girl all grown up and channeling her inner pop star Lily Rose Depp's racy new series giving Euphoria a run for its money and why she was inspired by Sharon Stone. Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Cap KView.
Craving Rock My World bold flavors only Taco Time can deliver? Congratulations! Crushing your craving just got easier. Taco Time, online and on demand. Dream delivered. You're welcome. When you know what you want, anytime is Taco Time.
Pasco Parks and Rec invites you to join in and get involved. They offer a variety of summer classes and programs for all ages, preschool to adult and everyone in between. There's a class, event, or program this summer just for you. Register, reserve, or inquire today. Join all the special events Pasco Parks and Recreation has to offer all summer long. Learn more at PascoParksandRec.com. Get fit, have fun, do more with Pasco Parks and Rec.
Hey, check out the new Oreo Brookie Blizzard at DQ. Oreo pieces, brownie, and cookie. This treat is doing the most, which makes it the perfect treat for when you're doing, well, the least. Oh, this is nice. Oh, come on!
Hey, neighbor!
We were enjoying a moment with the Oreo Brookie Blizzard. Okay. This is more like it. Enjoy your Oreo Brookie Blizzard moment today. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
It's the most wonderful time of day.
Non-drowsy Claritin D knocks out your worst allergy symptoms, including nasal congestion, without knocking you out. Feel the clarity and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Claritin D.
Hi.
Hello there.
Would you like some lemonade?
I would love some lemonade.
$5, please.
What?
Supply chain issues. There's a lemon shortage. Have you seen the price of cups these days?
Had enough inflation? Undo inflation with Dish. Now get the same TV bill every month. No price hikes, no matter what, for 3 years. The 3-year TV price guarantee, only from Dish. Tuned in to you.
I'm adding Downy Unstoppables to my wash. Now I'll be smelling fresh all day long. Still fresh. Still fresh! Still fresh! Get 6 times longer lasting freshness plus odor protection with Downy Unstoppables.
It's the Ford Big Deal Memorial Day sales event. Choose from big deals and great rates on new trucks and SUVs now through May 31st. Get 0% APR and $1,000 on a qualifying trade for a 2023 Edge, Escape, or Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Now, Cap KView First Alert weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful Monday, wonderful Memorial Day, and hope you had a wonderful morning so far. Plenty of sunshine yet again, maybe a little bit of cloud or haze today, a little bit more than we saw yesterday, but still a fine Tuesday is on the way. Staying warm in our morning hours. Hotspot Tri-Cities right now at 61. Other than that, we are in the 50s, mostly mid to upper 50s, a little bit cooler in Prosser this morning, but still a fine morning, beautiful morning. As you're heading out the door, should be very, very nice. So our temperature trend, we're about 5 degrees cooler than we were yesterday, and then we're going to continue to cool down to right around our averages. So for the Tri-Cities, our average for this time of year is 79. So for all of our areas, mid to upper 70s for tomorrow and Thursday, and then we start that ascent into the 90s by Saturday, or at least near it, and then mid 90s as we get into Sunday and our next work week. We could even see maybe flirting with triple digits next week, so we're keeping a close eye on that. But again, we're going to cool down before we warm up, but we are above or right at our averages for this time of year. So what a difference a year makes. Today, this is on the left, is what we expect to see for our highs today. And on the right is the highs that we saw last year at this time. If you don't remember, it took us forever to warm up in the spring. We finally started to warm up as we got into late June and early July, but we were mired in the 60s and even 50s last year, and things were awful wet as well. So about a 20 to almost 30 degree difference from today into last year. So if you're a fan of the heat, rejoice, it's much warmer this year. So as we're looking at this morning, we still have a low pressure system parked just above the lovely Spokane area. We even have one to the south. protecting all of our areas as we're heading into the next couple of days. So we are going to see just a hint of wind, but precipitation is not going to be showing up. As we look at this morning, plenty of clear skies as you head out the door, and we're going to see just a hint of cloud coverage come in. Again, shower activity will be to the southeast of the Blue Mountain region, but other than that, we are looking at just clear skies for our areas. It's going to be very, very nice. So as we head into our afternoon or into our morning hours, we are looking at winds pretty much where we expect, between 10 and 15 mile per hour at their peak. We could even see 20 mile per hour winds as we get to our evening hours in the Yakima region. But our winds, we're going to remain right around 10 to 15 mile per hour for pretty much the week ahead. So what you see is what you get. Our highs today, lower 80s for Yakima Toppenish, 73 for Ellensburg. So again, folks, right around a 5-degree drop from yesterday, mid to lower 80s for the Mid-Columbia, and in the Blue Mountain region, right in those lower 80s. 7-day forecast. Look at all that sunshine that we have in store. So despite the temperature variance, we are looking to stay warm. Upper 70s Wednesday and Thursday. Then we start that ascent to mid 80s, then to the lower 90s starting on Sunday. Overnight lows taking a dip though into the 40s as we get to tomorrow and Wednesday late night. In the Tri-Cities area, down to the 80-degree mark, still just above our average Wednesday and Thursday. Back to the 90s Saturday and mid 90s on Sunday, and plenty of sunshine is on the way. So folks, Tuesday is going to be much like we saw for Memorial Day. Plenty of sunshine, just a little bit cooler today. We'll continue to cool down into tomorrow, but folks, a fine Tuesday is ahead.
Thank you, Jason. Here in the state of Washington, a 1-year-old child died after being left in a hot car. Police say the child was in the vehicle while the foster mother went into work at a hospital's social services program. Erica Zuko reports.
This is a tragic incident, and our hearts go out to the family and everyone who was affected by this.
Puyallup police underscoring the grief many are feeling by the loss of this 1-year-old. It happened Wednesday when police say temperatures outside were in the 70s but topped 100 in the car. Puyallup police say the mother offering foster care for the child became distracted and left them in her car as she went to work in a social services job at the hospital. Hours later, she returned to the car and rushed the child into the hospital. But it was too late.
Do get warmer, so lives are hectic right now with everything, and a lot going on in everyone's families and lives and throughout the world. So it's a good time to slow down and just kind of take a double take and be aware of what we have around us and our families.
Multicare released a statement reading, quote, "A tragic incident took place at the Good Samaritan campus Wednesday involving an employee and their child. This incident also impacted a number of our other team members. Multicare has offered a number of paths for support for our employees. We extend our condolences to everyone involved."
Have been made and the case is still under investigation. It's your last chance to put your hat in the ring for a seat in your local government for this election season. The deadline was nearly 2 weeks ago to file for candidacy in Washington. However, in some counties, if you missed the deadline, you've got one more chance. Notice is given after a lack of candidates filing for various elective offices. If a void in candidacy occurs following the regular filing period, it's reopened for a 3-day period to allow the chance for more applicants to come in. There are several positions in Franklin County as well as Walla Walla County. Persons willing to run for the open positions have to file a declaration of candidacy from now until 5 o'clock on Thursday. There's only 3 days to file if you want to represent your community. When we come back, we take a quick look at some of the early summer blockbusters set to hit theaters next month.
I remember when you get a whole meal for $5.
Yeah, it was last Tuesday.
Oh.
And every Tuesday at A&W, where single Papa Burger combos complete with fries and a root beer cost just $5. The good old days are here again. A complete meal for just $5. Tuesdays only at A&W.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. for 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs. It's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines.
What? Multiple lines?
Hello? Yeah, 1 sec. But US Cellular gives you just one line for $29.99 with unlimited data.
Just one line with unlimited data.
So you don't have to get more lines than you need.
No, you hang up.
Are you even listening, guy who never looks up from his phone?
Oh, not for me, I just say it.
Okay, so no, you're not listening.
Get one line for $29.99, plus every plan is price protected. US Cellular, built for us.
Having a tough time finding the right vehicle at the right price? Don't worry. At Spec Buick GMC, we've got it. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned truck, affordable SUV, or a quality pre-owned sedan, we've got it. How about low interest rates and the best prices? When it comes to great deals, we've got it. Visit us today on Sandifer Parkway off the Road 100 exit in Pasco and see for yourself. Spec Buick GMC, a family automotive tradition since 1912.
Price pinch? Give it the hammer. Workload overload? Give it the hammer. When times get tough, the tough, give it the hammer. Arm & Hammer, more power to you.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
STCU and Cap KVU Local News honor local volunteers by sharing their stories and donating $1,000 to their favorite charities. To nominate someone who's making a difference in Benton and Franklin counties, click on contests at yaktrynews.com.
KFC's Wednesday Country Fried Steak Meal is a delicious value, complete with mashed potatoes with gravy, coleslaw, and a biscuit, all for the incredible price of just $5.99. Really, what's left to say? How about see you again next Wednesday? Country Fried Steak Meal just $5.99, only at KFC.
Mental health services at Prosser Memorial Health's primary care clinics.
All right, folks, let's go closer to home as we look at a beautiful morning this morning. A little bit of cloud coverage, but still a fine Tuesday is on the way. So let's take a closer look at, well, where you are. We are right around 73, about a 7-degree drop from what we saw from Ellensburg yesterday. And we're going to see a little bit more cloud coverage in the Kittitas Valley area. Still a fine Tuesday on the way. Partly cloudy for the Yakima Valley, mostly in the lower 80s. Over in the mid-Columbia, we're mostly in the mid to lower 80s, partly cloudy skies. Again, a little bit cooler today, but still mighty fine. We're going to cool down to the lower 80s to upper 70s tomorrow, but do get ready for those looming upper 80s to 90s expected this weekend. Folks, all of that in my forecast that's coming up.
Well, summer movie season is underway and June is shaping up to be a very busy month for movie fans. Rick Damigella reports.
Who do you think you are? Really? June at the movies kicks off when Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse swings into theaters Friday.
For centuries, our kind has stayed hidden on Earth.
But not anymore, as the Maximals are ready for their robotic close-ups in Transformers Rise of the Beasts. The more than meets the eye machines stomp into theaters June 9th.
Hi.
I love you! The Scarlet Speedster gets a big screen adventure in The Flash. The long-awaited superhero flick features not one, but 2 Batmen and speeds into theaters June 16th.
Junior stargazers and space cadets. Each year we celebrate Asteroid Day, commemorating September 23rd, 3007 BC, when the arid plains meteorite made Earth impact.
Wes Anderson's Asteroid City premiered at the Cannes Film Festival in May, opening in limited release June 16th, and making impact with theaters across the U.S. June 23rd.
I'm retiring.
Well, in that case, what are we drinking?
Same for the goddaughter.
Dad told me you found something on a train during the war. A dial that could change the course of history.
The Man in the Hat is back as Harrison Ford returns in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.